Hey everyone, welcome to 996 The Howl for the uninitiated. This is an unedited YouTube vlog discussing everything Arizona Coyotes. It was a good effort last night, their first matchup against Vegas, their first out of 4 matchups against the Golden Knights, and not as physical as I thought it would be. I feel like Vegas really didn't play a physical game. Ryan Reeves was pretty invisible. It was pretty fast to start off. I loved how the Coyotes started this game. I was really impressed with how Coyotes have been starting periods this season so far. Unfortunately, the third period didn't happen the same way as the previous 8 periods. But you know what? They get into penalty trouble a bit early, and they've been undisciplined to start the season, which I hope gets shored up. But Tyler Pitlick gets rewarded with a nice snipe bar down. It's great to see Pitlick rewarded. He was very good in the 2 games against San Jose. I just want him to get rewarded so he doesn't get down on himself. But he's impressed me. He's fast, he's big, he lays the body, and he could snipe. It was a shorthanded goal, which is nice to see that Pitlick maybe is a new Michael Grabner for the Coyotes. It was good to get a shorthanded goal. A lot of memories scoring those shorthanded goals about a season ago, where I think the Coyotes scored like 10 plus shorthanded goals in the season. From there, they continued to play a north game, using their speed, hard on pucks. They were making the Vegas Golden Knights turnover pucks in their defensive zone, and they were turning on pucks and getting some good looks on Robin Leonard, who played great. Nick Schmaltz gets the second goal for the Coyotes. I wanted Nick Schmaltz to get a goal quick, get that monkey off his back, gain some confidence. So it was 2-0. Honestly, I said in the beginning of this video, this was a good effort, but it was the Coyotes' fault that they let this game get away from them, and they lose 4-2. They're up 2-0. You got to learn to close out those games, and that's one of the bad habits that I saw last night that was from a previous season. I feel like the Coyotes really struggle to close out games, and even the post-game remarks from the players saying they have to learn how to close out leads, but they've been having this problem for a number of seasons now. And Vegas, they slept through the first half of this game. They didn't really start to turn it on until that Pacioretty, fluky goal, about 5 minutes left in the second period. But the third period, the Golden Knights came out strong and fast. They scored 2 quick ones in the first 10 minutes of the third. The Coyotes didn't even get their first shot in the third period until about the 10-minute mark. The Coyotes came out the third period pretty flat, and they weren't generating offense. They weren't playing in the Vegas Golden Knights zone. It was just the Vegas turned it on in the third. So it was a back and forth. I mean, the Coyotes walked through the first half of the third period. The Golden Knights walked through the first period and a bit of the second period. But they just got to put together a 60-minute effort. I know Oliver Ekman-Larsson's injured, and it's a tough injury, and they're going to miss Oliver Ekman-Larsson, especially after such a great game he had, where he got 3 assists against the second game against San Jose. But the replacement for him, Kyle Capobianco, he was shaky last night. I mean, every time there was a mistake or a good offensive chance for Vegas, Capobianco was on the ice, whether it was the 2 breakaways when the Coyotes had the power play and Capobianco mishandles the puck on the blue line, or he gets, overpowered by Alex Tuch and making that, front net move where Kemper has to make a desperation save, or it's on the Riley Smith goal where he loses a battle in the corner and Carlson throws it out to Riley Smith and he backhands a beauty over Kemper. So, a couple mistakes by Kyle. I thought he didn't look too good. He's an offensive defenseman, but I feel like with Oliver's injury, I kind of just want the defense to just be a stable, horse. I know Tocchet wants to get more goals by defensemen, and I feel like Chychrun's going to be that player this season. But I feel like with Oliver's injury and his skill set, you're not going to replace Oliver's offensive game with anybody else in this system. So I'd rather go with a steady, good defensive player, maybe like a Soderstrom. We'll see. Maybe Jordan Gross gets the call up for Wednesday's game. I just feel like Kyle was being too offensive And paired with Demers, there's kind of a lot of defensive breakdowns with that pairing on the ice. The other 4 defensemen played great. Osterley is so good. You don't hear Osterley's name, which is good. I mean, he's not making mistakes. Him and Chalmerson just played a steady defensive game. Goligoski and Chychrun looked really good. Chychrun's looking really good. I believe he's on a point streak all 3 games to start the season, so hopefully that continues. He wants to shoot the puck. I feel like he's going to be a first-pairing defenseman probably next season, or even right now because of Oliver's injury. Him and Goligoski are the first pairing. So I would like Talkin to test out another defenseman instead of Kyle. Maybe try Jordan Gross, maybe try Victor Soderstrom, see what happens. I just feel like Kyle's making too many mistakes. And with the Vegas Golden Knights, you give them an inch, they'll take a mile because their offense is so good. And they could sleep through 2 periods and just come out alive in the third. They're one of the best third-period teams in the league. And they just took the game over in the third, and the Coyotes were sleeping, and they couldn't get it back. In the last minute of the game, I thought the Coyotes would actually tie it up. They had a couple grade A chances. And, I was hoping because of the first game against San Jose, they might score 2 with their goalie pulled quick to start the season. But unfortunately, they couldn't get it to go in, and they lose 4-2. But it was a good effort, a lot to build on. They played toe-to-toe at Vegas. They slept just in the first 10 minutes of the third. They got to fix that. They got to learn how to play with a 2-goal lead and just shut it down, or just not shut it down, just keep pushing on the offense. I felt that when they entered the third period down 2-1, they weren't controlling the puck in the offensive zone so well that they were doing in the first and the second period. I mean, the Coyotes were dominating the offensive possession game compared to Vegas. Vegas was just getting chances off a rush and off Coyote mistakes, whereas the Coyotes were playing in the Vegas zone, cycling that puck, getting shots from the blue line, pressuring Vegas. Vegas had a lot of good looks, like I said, in the transition game off mistakes and their power play, which they didn't end up scoring on any of their power plays. Vegas Golden Knights did, but that's because Kemper played a solid, amazing game. Yeah, 2 of those goals were kind of flukes off a guy's back and off Kemper's arm when he's trying to regain his position. The Coyotes' power play still needs work, even though they scored on the power play. Schmaltz's goal was just a deflection off a nice shot, I guess you can say. But I feel like when the Coyotes are way better 5-on-5, and then when they get that power play opportunity, they kind of lose their momentum generated from the 5-on-5. So work on that power play. You got to make sure that when they get power play opportunities, they're capitalizing on them. And that's a part of the game where you could shut down a team. You're up 2-0, you have a power play, you can make that 3-0, and then the other team just gets deflated. So they got to learn to capitalize on their power plays more, or just generate more offensive momentum and carry that through the end of the power play, because their power plays kind of deflate the momentum they generated from 5-on-5. And then once the opposing team kills a penalty, they get momentum from that penalty kill, and kind of the tables turn that way. But they got Vegas again on Wednesday. Hopefully they come out strong. Hopefully Kemper gets the call again. I thought it was really solid, much better than his first game against San Jose. Kemper needs that first win under his belt just to get that confidence going, and we'll see from there. That's it for me. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your support.